my brother and I, Wayne Young, have already. We were in the Gambia. We've set up our nonprofit organizations. I think I set mine up formally 2012. He set his up, I think, somewhere in the same year. But anyway, so so we've been there, but we are so happy that a lot of the diaspora is discovering Gambia and so many other West African countries. So anyway, today my husband, my wonderful husband of 25 years, is on with me today. I'm so happy. Hey, baby.
Hello.
He's on with me today. We are going to invite you to our channel and to our discussion on uh, the, the conflict and resolution to um, uh, repatriation to or repatriating to the continent or abroad, wherever you want. But anyway, but mainly the hot topic is repatriation to Africa for um, African Americans and the people from the Caribbean and the UK and all of that. So we wanted to kind of open up some dialogue. No one. Well, I did send out um, a invitation, and um, so we're gonna open up the discussion. We're not gonna end the discussion. We're just gonna leave it open so you all can, when we come back on with some guests, you all can be ready. So basically, this is just like an opening to some of the things and some of the issues that we had and have with going over. Okay, so I need you to know that it's all me that want to go to Gambia, and but my wonderful husband have been in the military, so he's lived abroad. I have not had that experience. I've only been able to visit for 2 weeks. So I want that experience, guys. So I want to open it up to you guys, and you all, comment and stuff, and tell me, go on my channel, okay, and start putting your comments, your questions there, and tell us what you want to to discuss about this conflict of repatriating to the continent of Africa. Okay, baby, you got the floor. So, what are some of your um, dilemmas or hesitations to wanting to go, or what my feelings are on repatriating? Because guys, let me tell you this before you start speaking. I went in 2006. That was my journey to meet my family, because I am a direct descendant of Kunta Kinte. Chicken George is my grandmother's grandfather. So let me tell you, that was the reason why I wanted to go to Gambia in the first place. Secondly, okay, I've always had a fetish with Africa. So when in 2006, when that plane touched the ground, honey, I was home. Something in my heart of hearts, something in my soul, it just connected. I was home. I was safe. It was where I belong. Since 2006, I felt that way. I have not changed. No matter what I have experienced over there in my travels, it has not changed. That is home for me. So I'm just a guest here in the U.S. My home is the Gambia. I truly feel like that. So, okay. So here's my husband, y'all.
I want to say hello, first of all, to everyone watching. And, my wife, she's really loves it in Gambia. She's been going, like she said, for almost 15 years in January. And I made the trip in 2016, upon learning of all of her the travels there, and I wanted to go there for myself and find out what it was like. I've been overseas through the military, my time in the Air Force, I spent quite some time overseas, and it was okay. I was young, in my early 20s, barely in the 20s, and when I went, so it was a good experience for me. But it was a lot of things that I missed while I was there. I missed my family back here, even though my family was there, and my kids were there with me and dependent. But I missed my family most of all. And the first year I was fine, but after the first year I was counting the days, and I just I don't know. It was kind of slow from what I'm used to. I was in the Philippines, by the way, the Philippines, another developing country, and it was just a little slow for me. And a lot of things that I liked. I went in the early '80s, so cable and all that wasn't really available at the time. At the time I was young, so I liked football. I wasn't getting that on time. I liked boxing. I was barely getting that on. So I didn't have a good experience being abroad overseas. Okay. Another thing, I missed the food. And this young lady can cook. I want to say her behind her because she can. And that's the kind of food that I like. That's what I'm accustomed to. So let's go back to Africa. Okay, I went, like I said, 2016, and
it took you 10 years to go with me, guys.
yeah, but why? Let's go back. Okay, let's go back.
Let's go back.
Folks. Let's go back, folks. Her connection to Africa. Well, I don't say Africa, to Gambia. Okay, because I truly believe everyone's connected. But she has a true connection, a proven connection through Alex Haley. It was proven through her family and through research that she does have family there. So her draw to Gambia is much different than mine. Originally, because she, like she said, as a child, she's always wanted to go, and adults, she finally made the move. As an adult, she finally made the move to go, and she has a true connection with Gambia, and she said it's sixth generation or what?
Seventh generation.
Seventh generation. So she has a more of a relationship than I have. So it's a beautiful place. I mean, I can't speak for all countries, all Africa, but most of what I've seen, it's a beautiful, beautiful area. But like I said, I don't have that connection she has with her family because she went there. She says they consider her as auntie, their cuz. To when I went there, it was like I didn't exactly feel the same way that way. And through going there, the people are beautiful though. Haven't seen where kids respect their elders. I haven't seen where people smile. They really don't have a whole lot, a whole lot materialistically, but they have a lot of love and so forth. And I was only there for almost, I guess, 10 days. So I came through Senegal, Dakar, to start out with. And the people were nice and beautiful beaches. And I wasn't able to see a lot that she was able to see from her first trip, or from her first trip to all the 10 or 15 trips she's gone. We really supported the village most of the time. Anything we done was in support of the village. So it was like more like, I guess, work for me. But I'm going to go back, hopefully this summer, to look at it from a perspective of living there. Where a lot of couples go together for that. My wife had already gone 10 years prior, so she has a rapport with the people. The local people know her, the village that she adopted, as a family. They know her very well, and then she's very well respected through all of her startups of different projects and groups, empowerment groups, and she's doing a lot of stuff as far as agriculture, and she started a lot. And when I went there, I went to the idea of by her going, just her by herself. I was looking at aspects of safety, and I went at a kind of a turmoil time. On top of all of this, there was the election of I guess the outgoing president and new president, so it was a lot of security, So I didn't get the best time as far as this piece where everybody was uptight because they know what was going to happen, through the election. So I have to go back from like I said, from a perspective of living there, moving there, and really don't want to be apart from my wife you know, very, very close. Like I said, 25 years of marriage. We've been together about 28. It won't be easy doing that. So, it's something we're praying about. It's something that I'm, you know, looking at all the different angles, you know, a lot from different angles. I'm gonna look at different things when I go back this time. The first time was primarily her mission, to accomplish her mission, and all that she's doing over there, which is wonderful things, you know, from what I see, and they really, really love her. So it's not that I've made the decision not to go with her, because I don't want to be, apart. You know, I don't believe the Lord put us together to be apart like that. But I have to take my perspective as a man and still, you know, make the best decision for us. And like I said, she's a businesswoman, so she can fluctuate. She can fluctuate. You can have a business here, and for a couple months, be here a couple months. But how we decide to do it is going to be for the betterment of both of us, not just, you know, one, because it can really be really tough on the marriage, being apart. But like I said, Gambia is a beautiful place, and I mean, the beaches are we've been around the world, myself and her, cruises and just travel, and they're some of the best beaches I've seen. And I mean, the shoreline is just like 2 miles away from the, you know, ocean or whatever, and there's no one on the beaches. That's how it's like. You'll be the first one to go. You feel like you're the first one to be on the beach because there's really no one there. You may see 1, 2 people on the beach that stretches. I don't know how many miles, you know, but it's mile for miles. It's this open beach, Atlantic Ocean, and you don't see anyone on the beach. They have a resort. What's the name of the resort? That's
Coco Ocean.
Coco Ocean is there. I mean, it's
so many. Palmarina, there's all kinds of nice hotels and resorts there in the Gambia and throughout Africa.
Yes.
Yeah. They've made us you know, not pay attention to how beautiful Africa is, and we travel a lot to the Caribbean and UK and all of that, but Africa is beautiful.
And like I said, I was gonna say, it's nothing like they put it out to be. Believe me. The first thing all my friends said, did I see any monkeys? It's not like that. You know, when I did, it was on a trip going to the village, and you're in that environment in like what is it called? Forest, right? Forest there. So you expect to see certain things, but around the city, you don't really see all that. It's not like it. Like I said, it's beautiful. You know, I had a beautiful experience. You know, there. But like my idea was to go there and see how it is, you know, for my wife, and she's safe there, you know, because I know a lot was going on in Africa, but not necessarily Gambia. So I feel all right once I found that out, you know, because it's more like a peaceful little country. Matter of fact, I think it's the smallest country in Africa. And but from what I've seen, you know, there's a possibility. But like I said, it's a lot of things I have to look at. I have to look at by me being in the military, wherever I go, there has to be a strong military. And that's just my, I guess, something I always look at. You know, in case something does happen, do you have someone that can really defend can he defend his people, the country itself, and make it safe for people? And I really I can't say I didn't see it, but being a small country, going to a small country as Gambia and being in a country where there's a superpower, you know, in the U.S., is a difference, you know. So a lot of things that I say my wife didn't look at for safety, that sort of thing, I'm looking at, you know. So I just wanted to understand why I can't really just say, you know.
Can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, look at both cameras, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, the reason he feels like that is because the way I travel and trek through West Africa, okay? Because I've been going, remember, I'm experienced. So I've been going to Africa since 2006, and I found it to be like, and you know, it can be quite costly sometimes, depending on when you travel, of course. So, in the interest of saving money, and doing connecting flights, I would fly directly into Dakar, Senegal, because it's cheaper to fly through to directly to Dakar. Okay, and so I would fly into Dakar because most times I would get, let me give a shout out to justfly.com. Okay, and I would get those cheap flights and fly into Dakar, and so I would catch the bush taxi, okay, through Senegal. So when I took my husband and some friends that did a gospel concert, and shout out to Rob, Javon, and CD, and my big sister, I call her my big sister, Joan Stewart Stevens. Uh, who belongs to Antioch Baptist Church, who's over at International Missions. They came with us in 2015, okay? And that was 2016. I'm sorry, 2016. Yeah, so 2016 when they came with us, okay, I wanted them to experience, everything that I go through when I fly into to Gambia or go into Gambia to do my mission work. I thought it would be a good experience for them. Okay, so anyway, so I fly into Senegal and catch the bush taxi. Of course, it was too many of us, so we had to get a van. So we didn't do a bush taxi. Okay, so we got a van, and we went the back roads to through Senegal, which is beautiful, and you meet people and all of that good stuff. My experience, that is my opinion. All right, so anyway, so that's the way I took. So my husband, felt like it had some security issues traveling that route, and so
a lot of them.
Okay, from now on, he wants me to fly directly into the Gambia. Of course, I still feel comfortable traveling with through the bush taxi, and I have my friends, the friends that work on me with me as volunteers. Um, for my mission, Global Mission Society, they come and meet me and pick me up. So, yeah. So, go ahead. The floor on security. I'm giving them back. Give them the floor on security again.
Well, it's like this. You have to go through all these checkpoints. It depends on what area. Through your travels. They make you take everything out of your bag. Or you may have to pay a little money. And I guess it was, it kind of like bothered me because we were just trying to get to Gambia. So that's why I suggested that she go through, just take a direct flight instead of going through the scenic route, I guess it was, what I would call it. And it's like, it's at least 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours maybe, because we left at 8 o'clock. And by the time we had to Senegal, it was around, I don't know, 6 coming back, but I think going it was a little longer because we had to check a lot of stuff out. Yeah. But those are some of the things that you think if you really, and not only that, you have Gorée Island.
That's in Senegal.
It's in Senegal. So a lot of people go to ride in Senegal because they want to check out Gorée Island, another point of the point of return, whatever is there also as well. So a lot of people want to go there for scenery. Like I say, my trip was basically a mission. We had a lot to do. And we lost a couple of days due to, we had to meet up with a lot of our couple of guys that came to do the concert. So we had to wait, sort of like hook up with them. So time we got to Gambia, we had to get things moving and going.
And we stayed at accommodations.
But I would like to say this too, spiritually, religiously, the churches, for those that may be going or think about it, the churches fellowship is all the same. You wouldn't know the difference. The choir there with beautiful, wonderful musicians and vocalists, singers, whatever, and there's no difference, And that's something that a lot of people look at. Do they have churches? Do they worship? They do. They have all of that. There's a lot of things that, like I said, mine was just my family back here. That's what I have. Probably about 18 grands. I have 6 kids.
No, we have
20. Is it 20 now?
We have 20.
Okay, I thought it was 18. But anyway, just not being able to see them. And I don't see them like every day or it might be weeks. But if time comes down to it, I want to just like, hey, if I got to go, I want to go. Phone call is fine if I'm over there. but it's just the feeling. Cause I've been through. Hold on.
Okay.
I've been through that, and the whole time, it's not that you have to see your family every day, but it's just that confident knowing that if something does happen, you can get there. Where overseas, I mean, it took it took almost 2 days. I had a situation where my brother passed away, and it took 2-3 days to get back, and we barely made the funeral. And some of my cousins that were in the military, they didn't even make it to my grandfather's funeral. Those types of things, and other things that you may be concerned with. And I went through that in the Philippines. I went through, and my wife don't understand. I went through not one but 2 coups, 2 takeovers. But like I said, Gambia being a peaceful country, I didn't really see how that could happen. I'm not saying it won't happen, but I had different reasons because I started out younger, and a lot younger as far as traveling than my wife. So a lot of things that she don't really look at, that she doesn't consider where I consider, because I went through some things, and I mean those are some of the points that I like to bring up. But seeing different other couples and people moving over there, they brought some light to me because I wasn't there long enough to really see a lot of things that they saw. Like I said, my wife and I went, it was strictly one reason, and a lot of couples go there to check out things as moving there. I didn't do that at the time I went, so it came up sort of after I got back. But go ahead, babe. What were you gonna say?
So what would be some of the say? So you said the security.
Yes.
Okay.
The military, yeah, the military.
The military.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I'm like this. I can't. If I can think of a picture of the military. I mean, I can't say how many, but it's nothing compared to what I've seen here.
So what about the economy? That was one of the other points that you brought up.
Okay, the economy is very, very cheap. I mean, you can buy we stay in the home here.
And our accommodations too.
Right, accommodations, everything. And, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, a home you might pay $500, you probably pay $40,000. And I mean, it'd be nice. It's nicer, and you have more room. The homes there are built solid. I mean, it's none of this wood. Everything's built out of brick. And I mean, I don't see too many with basements. I don't think they have basements. But the deal is, you get more for your money. If I retired, I could live. I couldn't even compare it to countries to how I could actually live on my retirement, just on mine, not count both of us. So that's another difference. And like I said, it's a lot of things. A lot of points that we're going over that the dudes. I mean, the pros and cons, and we're gonna weigh those things out. But if I went my first trip to with the idea that I was gonna think about moving there, I could look at a lot more than when I came back. We talked about it. So we'll see.
Okay, guys. So we talked about accommodations. We talked about the security.
What about the health insurance? Do you want to elaborate on that?
The health. Oh God, I can't even.
The health facility. I mean,
The health. I did go in and check out one of the health facilities, and it was nice. They wouldn't allow me to, of course, to come in there with the camera to film, but I wanted to show my husband that there was. In fact, I went in 2019, and it was right off of it was in Caraba Avenue, coastal highway. It was a new. Well, I don't know how new it is, but anyway, it was the first time I ever went. Anyway, it was new to me. So it was a nice facility. And they did accept our health insurance. You have to put up like $200, and then they take our health insurance. Okay, and then the health insurance would kick in. I was trying to think of anything else.
Okay, I was gonna make up one point. I've been playing music for a while. And that's one of my, I love music, and I really that's another thing I really didn't see in Gambia. I can't say because I've heard there's some awesome countries like Ghana, South Africa, Ethiopia, especially, yeah, that's really heavy into music, all genres. So I didn't really, I saw it a little in Gambia, but like I said, I was only there for 10 days, actually 7. So that wasn't enough time to see it. And now, things have changed probably in 5 years. A lot probably have changed. I heard they have a lot of things going on with the infrastructure and stuff.
Like that.
So I wasn't able to experience them because it was like day in and day out we worked. I mean, we really did. And the village is not closed. I mean, the village is not closed. You have to take a ferry. Once you're on the ferry, you have to go, 20 miles in.
That's an experience in itself, guys.
Yes, it is. And Tina's kind of my wife. She's used to it, but it's a rocky road. If anybody's been raised in the South, with it's the that old red dust mud. It didn't bother me because I was raised up in Georgia, so it's nothing for me. It was more for her. And I saw how she reacted. It didn't bother. But I told her, that's gonna bother you, baby. Before you get there, I said, she told me what it was. The red dirt. That didn't bother me. It was like being in Georgia when I was a kid. I was raised up there. So that didn't bother me. For those that have been raised in the city there, it may be something different, but it's an adjustment that you can make. That didn't bother me, the dust. We played it out in that kind of environment as a child. So those are things that some people can't really deal with. They got to have the perfect, I guess, set up, the roads and this and that. But, it didn't bother me. You got to have to get used to live animals also. You might see the what they call them? What was that, baby? The live animals, the cows. What was it?
Oh, it was walking.
Yeah.
Oh, this on it. Oh yeah. Oh man, you have all
chickens.
kinds of
It's
stuff.
like the country. It's like the country,
yeah.
actually.
The cows come up on there. I've seen camels on the ferry. The people that own those animals and stuff, they just bring them on the ferry because they got to get from one side of the country to the next.
Right.
So. It is what it is, folks. That's their mode of transportation, so that's what they have to do.
and don't let anyone tell you that lions and all that part I have to know. You don't have to worry about that lions and that kind of wildlife danger. As far as danger for what I see, But I can't say like on the closer I borders of Senegal, I can't really say. But these are kind of questions that a lot of my friends ask me. What about the lions and this? I didn't see any. Lions or any. I think they have like zoos and stuff like that where it's air controlled or whatever. But as far as being afraid of being outside and all that, I didn't worry about that. But my advice is experience it for yourself. Like I said, I went once and I'm going back to really get experience myself and strictly for living there, moving there. And like I say, I see a lot of Americans moving and leaving and making things happen. So maybe by the time I get back, it'll be a lot more infrastructure. May have taken a 360 from when I went 5 years ago. And the way I see it now, the way these channels I see my wife, she's been showing me different ones. It's really changed a lot.
So shout out to Bags, to the Arrivals.
Yes.
To Phoenix,
she watches
to Mosley, to THC. So shout out to all those guys. Yeah. And y'all come subscribe to my channel. I need y'all to help me out so that we can build our audience so that we can so my husband will know that hey, American dollars while we living on the continent, y'all. That's what we trying to do. Yes.
Yeah. And did you want to elaborate or have you already talked about like if someone wants to go there for a job, they have to make, more or less.
Oh, you have to come there with the mindset of creating a job, honey. Right. So because I'm sure that they have okay, I would say they're in the ports. Mm-hmm. Okay. They have all these the companies, the shipping companies. That I'm sure that you could probably get jobs there at those shipping companies. That port is a nice size. So the shipping companies, those are places where you could probably apply for jobs. But their work day is they only work 4 days a week, y'all, and then a half a day on Friday for most things. If you're in the banking, you probably could get a job in in banking, but don't look to try to make this type of salaries that we make,
Right.
because that ain't happening. Now, if you're a professional lawyer, doctor, or those type computer analysts, those type, they definitely need y'all there, but to help build this strengthen their system.
Right.
Um, so yeah, that kind of thing definitely professionals can get a job, but blue collar workers like myself or entrepreneur, a business owner, you're gonna have to create your job. Okay, you're gonna have to create your business. So I already have multiple businesses here, so that's not a problem. I keep trying to impress upon my husband um, that I can make it anywhere. I've been a licensed cosmetologist for 37 years. I've driven Uber. Um, you know, so now I'm catering. So it's you know, I don't have a problem. I don't foresee a problem with generating income or starting up a business. Matter of fact, it's I think it's 100% easier, even with getting my organization, my nonprofit set up over there. It's easier as an NGO set up over there. It's so much more easier in Gambia than it is here. So, um, with that being said, I guess if you after seeing this video and on our live, you guys please like, share, subscribe, okay, to our conflict resolution, repatriation, to do it or not to do it, guys. So we like I said, this is our invitation. This is our discussion. I'm sure you guys have more questions, comments, or whatever on what it is, and what you may want to talk about during our discussion. Okay. And then as we get our panel set up and get everything set up, then we're going to be coming back, and it's going to be sooner than later, guys. So thank you, and tune in to Justina Thompson's Smorgasbord channel, and with Tony and our repatriation, to do it or to not do it. All right?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Wave, honey.
All right.
All right. If you end this live video, you'll be able to choose if you want to say, hey, if you end, oh, baby, end that one.
You don't want to pause and stop, right?